I don't know. I have no idea.
When was the last time you gone snowboarding?
4 or 5 years ago.
Hope you have good runs. First fail! Ah! That hurts! You absolutely smashed it!
Arthur. He's laughing because I'm trying my best to say it and I slightly away. But he is an incredible content creator.
Thank you.
I was just stalking him for a little bit right now. And did you know that you have over 1 million followers combined on all your channels?
I know, it's pretty sick, right? In Iceland, there are only 300,000 people.
Yeah, so you have 3 times the size of your own country following what you do. What do you do? Tell the people who don't know you, maybe, they've never found your channel. If you don't follow Arnifer yet, you're not a part of his channel, subscribe right now. I'll put the link right here. Tell me, what's your channel about?
So it's mostly about photography and filmmaking, and then the gear around that. I know the programs I use to edit, whether it's photos or videos. We are kind of in the same niche, you know. So if you follow Teppo Poja,
you'll like his content as well. It's a win-win-win. But I would say you are ridiculously good at short form content.
Yeah.
Of course, you're great at landscape photography and doing all these cool POV videos, and you're just so funny. But as well, I would say that short form is kind of one of your
strength.
It's one of your expertise.
Yeah.
Which platform did you start on first?
YouTube.
At what point did TikTok then come?
2019. So YouTube was started in 2016 and TikTok in 2019. And I was just like super quick to realize the huge opportunity that was there. Because I don't know, I made YouTube and Instagram at the same time, but at the time there was just like photos on Instagram, you know. Growing on Instagram back then, because we'd already missed the like golden days of like 2010.
The suggested users, golden days.
It was just impossible. I even like did a 1-year challenge, posted every day, and it netted me maybe 1,000, 2,000 followers. Posting every day for a year and didn't miss a day, you know.
And then now someone posts one reel and it can explode, and they get all of a sudden like 20,000 followers, 30,000 followers.
But it won't be this forever.
That's true.
This is the golden era of the reels.
That's true. I had a friend here in Finland, up here in Lapland. He had maybe 10,000 followers on Instagram. Mm-hmm. He had one viral reels. I think it got like 20 million views, and all of a sudden he had 60,000 followers. Awesome. And I laughed with him because I was saying, I've been creating my Instagram account for like 5 years, posting photos dedicated, like just faithfully, and now he has more followers than me after that one reel.
And it's the golden days, you know.
But instead of complaining about it, you just gotta seize that opportunity, right?
Yeah, of course. There is like complaining won't net you anything in life. So I would just ditch that out of your system, because whenever something new comes, there is always an opportunity there.
That's true.
And you might feel that inner like, oh no, it's changing, because I think human beings in nature don't like change, but there is always an opening and always an opportunity whenever things change. Now, I always think like one door closes, 2 doors open.
You started YouTube first, but then TikTok kind of blew up.
Yeah.
It became the biggest following, right?
Yeah.
What did you do to make your TikTok grow? What are some like tricks or tips or wisdom you can give for the people who want to start creating? What did you do on TikTok? Were you just posting a lot?
Yeah, I decided. So I tried in the beginning. I just tried a whole lot of different things, and then I like found a style, and I just decided to post every single day, up to 4 times a day, and I did that for until I was burned out. That was almost a year.
4 times a day?
Up to 4 times a day.
Every single day?
Every single day.
So there was not a day you'd miss?
Kind of, probably. I wasn't as religious about this with the Instagram challenge, but more or less no.
Okay, that's pretty intense. So you do deserve the growth. You put in the grind.
And at the same time, I was still posting 1 or 2 or 3 videos on YouTube as much as I could, and then Instagram content in between.
Would you post the TikTok then on Instagram Reels and on Shorts as well?
So the beautiful thing at the moment, and this I didn't realize back then, because the landscape was just different, and TikTok was the only platform allowing this, or like pushing the short form video content. But at the moment, when you create one short form video, you can post it on Facebook Reels, you can post it on Instagram Reels, you can post it on TikTok, and you can also post it on YouTube Shorts.
So you do all 4?
Of course. Everybody does that. Why not? You're using...
Yeah, what does it hurt to throw them all up in there, you know?
You should. So it's like a beautiful time, and it's never ever in the history of content creation we've been able to do this.
True.
It's sick.
Was there a specific TikTok video that just like blew up out of nowhere, and you're like, oh boy, this is the start?
Yeah, it was just from being able to grow to like 10,000 ish, something like that. There was one TikTok video that blew up that started the TikTok like explosive growth. It went from 12 or 13 million views in a very short period of time, and like 300,000 followers.
And then a lot of followers came through that.
300K.
That's pretty impressive. 300K from one. But I would say that if you didn't have all that good content before, you would have not learned the skills how to make that good short form content. And as well, if you only had that one video, it wouldn't keep going if you don't keep posting, kind of thing.
Definitely not. But it was like a right time, right guy, right place at the right time.
Yeah.
At that moment, you know, it was just so new, so fresh, and there were so few content creators out there. There was just like, back when I started, there was like girls just dancing.
Dancing. You didn't do the dancing though?
Nah.
Tell me the truth. Did you ever make a dancing TikTok?
No.
We're clearly up in the clouds now. We're almost at the top. We're gonna continue the questions, and in between, we're gonna do some writing.
Yes.
On the chairlift. We're here in Lapland, Finland. If I didn't tell you guys, we're up here in the north. I feel like a journalist or like a with the microphone.
It's like a podcast.
Yeah, it's like a little podcast.
How are you today? What do you feel about this?
So, tell me, how in the world did you manage to make short form content, make long form content, post so often, so consistently? And I've heard, if the audience doesn't know, you are as well a dad who only works 3 days a week.
Yeah, but so the TikTok thingy was, and that mania was right before my daughter was born.
Okay, so you hustled hard before. Okay.
And I have a separate business that is in the tourist industry that was like allowing me to also make a lot of YouTube videos without earning any money for many, many years.
So you had a side income.
I had a little side income.
Just smart.
Yeah, but when COVID hit us, that went to zero. So at 2020, I had no income. My wife was pregnant, and I had 5,000 followers on YouTube and 10,000 on TikTok. What should I do?
You had the fire under your butt.
Yeah.
To make this happen.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
YouTube was at
gosh.
5,000 then, and I just there was no other option than to go as hard as I possibly can, and I enjoy it. You know, I really like the hustle of building and just getting it out there and accomplishing it. I don't know if this is the right strategy today, because content landscape they evolve a lot, and we can talk about that later. But this clearly worked for me then.
So you just crushed it.
Crushed it. It's always when you think about it yourself. I always like, I know people that are like done much better than me and much more, you know. But it clearly worked. They did a good job.
Isn't that funny comparing? The
Yeah.
moment you start comparing, like we were just laughing earlier that I've been not jealous, but comparing myself to that Icelandic guy, Arnafur, because he's been getting so many views from just tutorials and great solid content on his YouTube channel, and then you're like, I really like that you have such personal videos and
and you get so many video views from off the bat that I don't always get, and I'm like, wow, how does he do that? How do you get so many views right off the bat?
Something that I try to keep telling myself is that I can't be you.
No.
But no one else can be me.
No, of course.
So it's just like you have to be just confident in who you are, and what you have to offer is unique to everybody else. So it's kind of like if you ever notice yourself comparing, you just be like, it's okay.
I think
can't
that is
be anyone
also-
else, so that takes the pressure off me trying to be like someone else. But no one else can be me, so that makes me unique. It's like
I couldn't agree with you more, and I think that's for every new content creator out there. The more you start to be yourself, the better everything. Like the content will be so much better, you will be so much better, and that's like the biggest tip ever, because no one can copy you.
Yeah, and I would say as well, it's going to be much easier to be consistent long term when you're yourself. It's pretty exhausting trying to be like someone else.
Yeah.
And trying to like fake it the whole time.
Yeah,
My hands are freezing right now. I have my
can
gloves on.
I don't get. I get it, and I think this is a little bit. I haven't ridden snowboards in 5 years. I think this is a little bit sketching, trying to.
We're not
film
even
it.
we're not even watching where we're going.
No.
There's like bumps and bubbles, but we're killing this. Okay, I have a question. How did you figure out what your style then is, your personality? What would you say that Icelandic guy brand is? I think you do have a strong brand.
Yeah, I think like trial and error of creating a whole lot of content and figuring out that lately. I don't know. I have a hard time putting the finger. Like I was asking you, what does my photography look like? And Peter Lindgren was like, wide and vibrant. And when he said it, I was like, yeah, that's true. I love
Wide and vibrant.
I love vibrant photos, and I'm a sucker for wide-angle shots and getting a lot of. Whoa.
Lead to the left. Guys, this is extreme. This is an extreme interview right now. It's like
This is
we got
so
this
funny.
anchor lift hitting our thighs. We're at the top now. Okay, we're gonna go ride down and maybe
And then continue with a few wisdom.
If not, thanks for tuning in because it's been a good time talking with Adalbert. Okay, I thought of a question when I was snowboarding down here, and I just wanted to kind of pick your brain about how do you come up with ideas? Where do you when you come up with ideas? Do you just store them on your phone? Like, because when you're doing a lot of short form content, you're pushing out a lot of videos,
Yeah.
so you need to come up with ideas all the time. So what's your process for coming up with ideas?
So I especially back then, and I like to scroll the apps and get inspired by other creators to see what's up, and then I have a Google Docs
Nice.
that I write down a lot of ideas. So it's a combination of me checking out what's happening on the platform and also different niches, seeing like in short form content world, things there are trends all the time, but they might not be related to your niche. So you're like, can I like make like this into my different niche, and that's how you can hit a viral wave.
Kind of like adapting
Yeah.
someone else's idea, but into your niche.
Yeah,
Kind of.
definitely. Especially if it's a viral thing, you know, you're like, wow. Then you can do that. I think that's pretty smart. And then just the more I think the creativity is like a muscle. The more you are the more you practice it, and the more you train it, the better it's gonna be, you know, and the easier it's gonna be.
I definitely noticed that because I said this year that I'm going to do one vlog, one tutorial, and one short. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh man, am I going to have a hard time coming with shorts? But then when I did the one short and my brain started thinking about shorts, I was like, I think I could put out like 3 to 5 a week now, kind of thing.
Easy.
Like you can get in the rhythm of it.
Absolutely. So yeah, I have a Google Docs, and I just go every now and then and brainstorm as much as I like. I have usually by my bed a little pen and paper, which, you know, when you're going to sleep, and all of a sudden, this is a great idea. If you don't write down,
Oh.
even here, if you're like, I'm not going to forget this, and then you're like, what was that idea? What
I
was
had
it?
this aha moment on that
Yeah.
weekend away.
What was
but,
it again? So write it down.
I'll be in the shower sometimes showering, and then I'll be like, oh,
You
I
know
have an idea.
there exists this pen and paper you can have in the shower. Not pen and paper, but like you stick it on and then you can write.
Really? I'm going to ask my wife to buy that for Christmas
That
for
exists.
me.
I don't have it, but that exists for ideas in the shower.
Okay, well, so when you have the ideas, you got to execute and make
Yeah,
these
yeah.
videos. Do you set aside one day of the week that you're just crushing out short form, or it's just like throughout the week you do them, or
So I am not the most organized person, but what I do, I set aside time, and if the short forms are like my new style of short form that I showed you, you can throw it up here.
Yeah.
Those are, because they're all similar. You need to rig up the camera either way and the light and everything. Then I just rig everything up and I pump out, you know, or I film everything that I need to film. There, you know, so I can
Yeah.
make it to 3, 4, 5 as much as I can.
Okay.
However, my friend Luca Pettersson, he is crushing it in short form content, and he uses Monday. Just on Monday, he films and edits everything, and then he has 7 videos for the entire week, and the rest of the days he doesn't have to think about it.
that's impressive.
And I think it's nice. So at least one day is set aside for short form, and it's like, it's easy. I just film everything, edit everything, and then the rest of the week, there are 6 days of the other weeks, I can just think about all other things. He's a freelance photographer too and shit, so
It's good.
I think that is I am not that organized, but if you are, that's a good tip for you.
Try it out. I think it's always so interesting to kind of get behind the scenes and hear the process of people, because
Yeah.
that's like everyone's got their own way of doing things, and it's
Sure.
like, even now, just hearing their like, oh, that's a smart idea, taking the other niches, trends, and adapting it to yours. It's like a
Yeah.
good idea that I never thought about before.
For that, you need to be in the weeds scrolling like TikTok or wherever it is, TikTok usually, because that's where the culture is at the moment.
That's true. That's true.
I don't do it at the moment because I got a little bit I got so burnt out on it. But if you're there, you know, you quickly see that, oh, this is a trend. Cool.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Okay, it's like this. Can I make this into a camera niche? Yeah, probably. Just think about it.
Yeah, I can do this.
I can do that. And then you do that, and boom.
Where's your favorite place and time to scroll TikTok or short form content? we all have our favorite place.
When I'm pooping. When I'm pooping.
Of course, on the throne.
when I'm pooping. Why are you so long? Because I'm scrolling.
Yeah, your wife's like, why are you taking so long in the toilet?
TikTok.
I'm having a hard time pushing these out.
It's a pooping content, you know.
Arnifer, appreciate having you on the channel.
Yeah, no problem. And just like for all of you watching, this is the era of short form content creation. And yeah, one more thing: if you wanna convert your short form videos into long form videos,
Yeah,
which I think
that's good.
a lot of you want to do, then I think the best thing is to try to make your long form and short form videos as similar as possible. So, for instance, check out Cecilia Blomdahl. I highly recommend her. She makes these types of videos, and the short form and her long form are so similar that if you get into the short form content, you're like, I want to watch a little bit longer of this.
It's like a teaser of what's to come, the goodness to come.
If you want, but you don't always have time for a 10-minute video, and you want to see this a little bit. So
that's true.
And you know, don't, if there comes a new change, don't get scared of it or push back on it or be like, oh no, this isn't how it used to be. That's why old people are like, it's so much better than kids nowadays, because they get rigid and changes. People don't like changes. Changes are good or bad, doesn't matter. They are here, and you can't do anything about it. You might just roll with
embrace
it.
the change and make the most of it.
Yeah, and you cannot change the change. I understand what I'm trying to say.
We're reaching the end soon.
And yeah,
Before we
smack
reach
the
the
like
end,
button, subscribe, and thank you.
Go
Thank you,
subscribe
Teppo.
to Arnifer as
And
well.
go subscribe to Teppo as well.
Oh, thank you guys.